After a long day of work, Foss was very eager to take a bath. She was captivated by the Tempest bath after all. On the way, she meets her friend Stella at the bath entrance and asks her if she is also going to take a bath. Then Stella mentioned that her master Milim also visited this place, so she came to take a look. After seeing her behavior, Foss asked her, could this is the first time that she visit bathhouse? But Stella denied and mentioned that she previously took baths in cold water in town, and she did not look forward to this much. While hearing that, Foss felt a little anxious about what Stella mentioned. Then they both entered the bathhouse. After seeing public interior of the bathhouse, Stella was surprised by that. Without a momentum of thinking, she was ready to jump into the bath pool. But Foss stopped her and mentioned that wasn't the proper way to enter the bath. Then she teaches Stella how to enter the bath pool properly. After cleaning themselves, they entered the pool. Stella was feeling great after entering the bath, as was Foss. She felt great after soaking in hot water. After that, while pricing the bath, Foss mentioned Nemu. If Nemu was here, she would definitely have fallen asleep. Speaking of which, someone gripped the Foss tail. It was Nemu. But Nemu was not happy, for the Foss's tail is no longer fluffy, it's all gooey. Foss was surprised that Nemu was also here. Then Nemu mentioned that Shuna is the one who brought her here with others from the textile shop. Not only Shuna, but Xian was also there. Upon seeing Xian, Foss remembered that she was the one who exchanged fists with Sophie, one of the 3 beast keepers. While Foss was thinking, Stella was surprised by seeing Nemu, and give her gratitude. Thanks to her, she can experience the best cuisines. Also, she gives her thanks to Foss for introducing Gobichi. Then she mentioned that while working there, she met Rimuru and asked him how to cook. Foss felt great for Stella. Also, she mentioned that Rimuru knows how to cook dishes and is an expert in handling and manipulating them. Also, she tried some of the dishes that Rimuru prepared. Upon hearing that, Xian was envious of Stella, who tasted Rimuru's cooking. Xian let her desire to eat Rimuru's handmade cooking, but Shuna warned her that he was busy preparing for his trip to Ingracioa. Shin was really disappointed after hearing that. Then, unexpectedly, Nemu suggests, why can't we eat Stella's cooking? But Stella rejected that Gobuichi can cook better than her. Foss also mentioned that they wanted to eat something that was handmade by Rimuru. Then Xian got a great idea: if you can eat cooking invented by Rimuru, then we can experience Rimuru, and decided to move to the kitchen. Upon entering the kitchen, Gobichi was shocked to see Shuna, Xian, and other girls, and asked them what they wanted to eat. Then Xian mentioned that she wanted to eat the dish that Rimuru had prepared for Stella, and he started preparing the ingredients. Then Stella intervened and asked him if she could help with anything. Then he decided to let her prepare chips. After hearing that, Stella was shocked and mentioned that she was still an apprentice. Gobuichi assured her, it's going to be all right, because he was teaching her how to cook dishes for a while. And I assure everyone, it will be ready in 10 minutes. After hearing that, Stella was stunned and determined to cook. Now, she was in charge of making fried potatoes. She started by peeling the skin. Foss was stunned and convinced that Stella could cook, and Gobuichi also assured Foss. When she introduced Stella to Gobuichi, he really thought it was going to be tough for him to teach her. But to his surprise, she was earnest with her training and daily routine tasks. Although she had some initial struggles, she got used to it and improved. Now she started to prepare the chips. First, she started to carefully cut wedges. Foss really couldn't believe in her eyes how much Stella had improved her patient after coming here. She was even able to keep herself concentrated better than before, although sometimes she was really impatient. Foss was really glad that she had improved a lot. After a while, the fried potato was ready to eat. Xian and Shuna really liked those chips and wondered how simple and delicious they were. Foss was surprised it looked like the same potato chips they had eaten before. But the one prepared by Stella was different. Gobuichi also praised Stella for the chips. Despite her happiness, she didn't express it. And if Shuna was acknowledged for having tasted it, then it would definitely delight Milim. And Xian couldn't hold back her happiness and wanted to thank Stella for letting her experience great food from Rimuru, and she wanted to treat them to her own cooking. After hearing that, Shuna and Gobuichi were shocked, but the other 3 girls were delighted. Then Shuna and Gobuichi left the scene, for they had some urgent business to take care of. Foss and Stella were confused by the sudden rush, but Nemu understood that something was wrong, and she also mentioned that she had some work to do for Shuna and left the room. After some time, Xian presents them with a poison-looking dish full of joy. Both Stellas now understand why both of them fled away after hearing the news. Stella wondered, is that even cooking? While Foss's lycanthrope intuition is telling her it's dangerous. Gobuimon suddenly resigned from the Kibatai. That shocked Foss, and she asked why he is doing that. He mentioned it's not really quit, rather he planning to form his own troops. She was confused by forming his own trop. and expressed her desire to join him, but he instantly rejected Foss, because she'll only be burden. Also, he mentioned that his position will be replaced by someone, and he mentioned Foss having one-on-one training with Hakuro still in the process. Foss, overjoyed by hearing that, and asked him, "It's not like joint training or general training?" He assured her it'll be one-on-one training, and Goemon told Foss to be zealous, which Foss gladly accepted. On the training ground, Foss couldn't hide her joy for having one-on-one training instruction from instructor of the country, she having all sort of training in her time on Kibutai. Then Gobuta came to her with divested face and asked Foss to having training as well. After seeing Babuta's dreadful face, she started to getting nerves. Gobuta wondered why Goemon was way too heartless by recommending Foss to that old man's training. But Foss was looking forward to this training. He was surprised by lycanthrope instinct, and if she was looking for that old man, he pointed out Hakuro, who was fighting with Stella. Foss was surprised by seeing Stella fighting with Hakuro. Foss was surprised by seeing Stella on the training ground. She was fighting with Hakuro fiercely. Despite her enormous counterattacks, he evaded all of them with ease and knocked her out. Upon seeing that, both Foss and Gobuta was really worried, and she was fall down after receiving blow from Hakuro. Foss worried and asked Stella about is she okay? She suddenly woke up and shouted that she can still keep up. While seeing Foss, she was shocked and asked her about why did she came. She explained Stella about she came here for Kibutai training and asked Stella to what is she doing here. Stella was originally came here for deliver some refreshments. In her thought it was really not training, so came here for just participate. Even though Foss really understand what Stella's intentions, but Stella really not expected that, she was defeated. After mentioning that, Foss remembered last attack that she received from Hakuro. She almost dodged. The way they speaking, Hakuro came towards them. He mentioned that her attacks easy to read, and Foss thought Stella's speed for quite formidable, but Hakuro's reaction speed was whole other level. Upon seeing Foss, Hakuro remembered something. Then, Foss suddenly introduced herself and asked Hakuro if she could have training with Hakuro one-on-one. Hakuro gladly accepted, and training started suddenly. While facing each other, Foss really felt proud for get a training with best instructor in the country. Then she started to transform her beast form from the beginning. She wanted to go full of the very beginning. Upon seeing her beast form, Hakuro quite impressed by that. This beast from sharpens her senses, so she can able to hold Hakuro's speed. When the training started, Hakuro suddenly got disappeared. She was shocked by that. Even she in her beast form, she couldn't able to find his presence. Then he suddenly appeared from behind and attacked her head. Upon receiving Hakuro's attack, her whole body is tingling and numbing. But she still didn't give up and marched towards him. She doesn't want waste the chance that Goemon made for her, but he still overwhelmed her, and attacking in all direction until she felt on ground. Gobuta felt bad for her and asked Hakuro, being too relentless, but Hakuro has his own reason for doing that. If she give up on this level, she won't able clamp any higher. Then Stella approached Foss and said it's over Foss and you are so pathetic. Upon hearing that, she really felt frustrated and pathetic. She couldn't even do much as a lycanthrope and felt betrayed her master Callion. But Stella trying to comport here, although saying something hurtful previously. While they speaking, Hakuro intervened and give some flaws in their battling style. They were got some good muscles, but too depend of strength. While giving them instruction, Foss asked Hakuro, how did he able make his presence disappear? Even superior races like her couldn't track him, and asked, is that a skill? Stella also joined, how can he able to close the gap between them in the instant? Then he explained, it's not skill, rather it's the spirit technique which is one of many arts. The both of them was confused, because it was the first time they hearing about that. Then he started to explain, in order to use spirit technique, you need the magic element within user body. If they strengthen their physique, they would utilize the aura for martial arts. Now they understand why they couldn't able to detect Hakuro's presence and how he closed the gap between them. Foss asked if she can learn them. Hakuro mentioned if then take rigorous training and persistent effort, they can learn. First, they need to strengthen their limbs. It was foundation of instant motion technique. Then he mentioned, some bird girl know the sense, but she currently working on instinct alone. If she keep up that, she can able to learn magic perception skill. Upon hearing that, there is one harpy in this town and catch that, he was talking about Nemu. Now they understand how she escaped from Cheyenne's cooking. She sensed some danger and fled. Then with full spirit, Foss asked one more duel against Hakuro. Upon seeing that, her will to face against him, he was looking forward to this training and warned her, it'll be tough. Then the training was started. After some training, Stella left because it's already too late for her, and Foss wants some more training. By seeing Foss's will, Hakuro asked Gobuta, why don't he follow her as an example, which Gobuta seems impossible. On the next day, their limbs shaking on intense training on the previous day. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed our content, please consider giving us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe for more videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest uploads. Until next time, Stay curious and connected.